Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending this evening. My name's Deputy Mayor Ed Barr, and I'm filling in for Mayor Richard Palumbo, who's absent tonight. Open public meeting, Mayor's statement. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Law, I wish to state that on October 21st, 2016, the notice of this meeting of the Upper Township Committee was posted on the official Township Bulletin Board, mailed to the Cape May County Gazette, the Atlantic City Press, the Ocean City Sentinel Ledger, the Herald Times, and filed with the Township Clerk. Tonight's meeting is being video recorded up until the closed session portion of this meeting and will be available on Upper Township TV Channel 97 and on the Upper Township website. I hereby direct that this announcement be made a part of the minutes of this meeting. If I can ask all to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can you call the roll, Barb?
Mr. Coggins?
Here.
Mr. Pearson?
Here.
Mr. Young?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Barr?
Here.
4 members are present. Mayor Palumbo is absent.
Can I have a motion for the approval of the minutes, October 11th, 2016, regular meeting and the closed session minutes?
So moved. Second.
Call the roll, Barb.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried, 4 in favor.
Okay, we have a very special occasion here tonight. And prior to doing that, Barb, if you could read off for the presentation so we can adopt the resolution for Mr. Pearson.
Okay. In recognition and appreciation of the Upper Township Committeeman Jeffrey Pearson for his dedicated public service to the Township of Upper, and congratulating him on being elected to the Cape May County Board of Chosen Freeholders.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Call the roll, Barb.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried with 3 in favor.
Well, as everybody knows, we'll be losing a member of our team up here, Mr. Pearson, General Pearson, the Attorney General, Surgeon General. I don't know what title he's going by today, but not only a friend, but also a confidant, a mentor to many of us. The man has spent many a day in public service, not only for his country, but for his community. And now he's going to represent us all in his county freeholder seat, which I'm sure that they are going to be very surprised at how well this gentleman handles the public and the needs of our community. So it's my honor to read this resolution in recognition and appreciation of Upper Township Committeeman Jeffrey Pearson for his dedicated public service to the Township of Upper, and congratulating him on being elected to the Cape May County Board of Chosen Freeholders. Whereas Committeeman Jeffrey Pearson will soon vacate his seat on the Upper Township Committee, where he has served with honor and distinction from January 2015 to the present. And whereas during his public service to the Township as Committeeman, Jeff served as the Township Director of Municipal Court, Fire and Rescue, Public Safety, and Animal Control. And whereas on October 12th, 2016, Jeff was elected to the Cape May County Board of Chosen Freeholders. And whereas it is most appropriate to Jeff's tenure of public service, commitment, and leadership to this township are publicly recognized, that this Township Committee extends its sincere appreciation to Jeff. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Township Committee of Township of Upper in the County of Cape May and State of New Jersey, that Jeffrey Pearson be publicly congratulated on his election to the Cape May County Board of Chosen Freeholders, and that we all extend our deepest thanks to him for his years of dedicated public service as Township Committeeman, and acknowledge his continued dedication and desire to serve the residents of the County of Cape May. Be it further resolved that this committee extends to our colleague and friend Jeffrey Pearson our very best wishes for continued happiness, good health, and success in his career as county freeholder, given under our hands and the seal of the Township of Upper this 24th day of October, 2016. Any words, Steve?
I'll read a statement here
Okay.
in a few minutes, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You want to wait until we go around with the...
Yeah, go do regular business and I'll
All right, we'll get back on track here, Barb. Reporting of the governing body, and we'll start with Barb.
Okay, I just have one announcement, and that is I want to announce the health fair coming up. That's going to be on Wednesday, October 26th, from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Upper Township Community Center. And at that time, we're going to have free health screenings. There's going to be some free, some giveaways, gift card drawings, a bike shop giveaway, supermarket giveaways, and we hope that everyone comes out and takes advantage of that. It's a very nice way to get your, you can get your flu shot, things like that. And I want to thank my staff for organizing this, and especially want to thank Janet McBride of my office for coordinating all the health vendors for this event. And the last thing I have is,
Mark.
Jeff, I just want to say,
Excuse me, just before you go on,
Yes.
can I just tap on to what you were just talking about? I've been on the safety committee for many, many years, and then I got off it there for a couple of years, and then I'm back on it as a committeeman. And this event that she's talking about is now open to the public, where before we only had it for the township employees. And it's a wonderful thing. I urge the people in the township to take advantage of it. There's no cost involved. It's a no-brainer. And thank you all on the safety committee for the hard work in there.
yes,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Hey, Barb, trunk or treat, you have information.
And last, I just want to say what a pleasure it's been to work with you, Jeff, and we're really going to miss you here at the township, and best of luck to you.
Same here,
We're
Barb.
happy to have you, at that level now. And, we'll call you.
Call me often. Just don't call me late for
Your number
lunch.
will be- Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Young?
First, congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
You missed. You're going to miss your intellect and your experience. But wish you best of luck
Thank you.
with your new position.
Thank you, Tim.
In that vein, just for the edification of maybe the public and the committee, of my understanding, Jeff submitted a letter of resignation that's effective at the conclusion of this meeting. What that means is that the Republican committee members have 15 days to submit 3 names for replacements on the vacancy. And then the township committee would have 30 days from tonight to pick one of those 3 names. So that's the process we've been through. I guess when your
Yeah.
predecessor, the person that you're replacing, left that seat. In fact, I think that's the exact seat she sat in. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
No, I ran against, what's that? It was when Ed.
That was
came.
when I...
She sat in your seat.
Oh, yeah. Christine, yeah. She
That
sat
seems
one
like
seat.
that's the rotation
What am I
seat.
It must be. It's a dangerous seat, so
I can't fill her shoes. I can't fill her shoes. My feet are too big.
So anyway, that was the last time this happened.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have nothing to report.
Thank you, sir. Paul?
Thank you. First, I just have a little bit of unfortunate news to report. At our floodplain conference last week, we were informed by FEMA that the appeal that's been currently going on for the flood insurance rate maps has been successful by the city of New York, but their success is our continued delay. The appeal is to such an extent that it's going to require FEMA to redo the entire flood study for New York Harbor and the east coast of New Jersey, which means that it could take another 2 to 3 years before they can redo all of the study and prepare the flood maps, do all the public notices, and go through that process again. I have been trying to work with some of the people at FEMA and NJDP to see if, we've been very happy with the revised preliminary flood maps. We feel that they are maps, sufficient to protect our residents and infrastructure. And, they've been trying to encourage FEMA to allow that, municipalities and towns that are feeling acceptable to what the current preliminary maps are, to go ahead and adopt them so that they can become the maps that the official firm maps, so that they can be rated for insurance purposes. There's numerous residents that, because of the changing in the designation, could see positive change in their flood insurance rates if the new maps were adopted as opposed to using the old maps. It's also a source of confusion because most people feel that the new maps are the current maps, and they get confused, and it becomes a consternation because they think they're going to get rated on one type of thing, and then when they find out we're still using the old maps for flood insurance purposes, they find out a sad story. So it's been difficult, and wish we could adopt it, but at this point, looks like we're going to be waiting another 2 to 3 years. The next, about 3 months ago, we one of our safety consultants had done work with our school crossing guard and looking at safety improvements up along the area of the elementary school and primary school. We started to put up some additional signage, but one of the other recommendations that we had looked at before but never really acted on, and they did make the recommendation, that small portion of Stagecoach Road as it comes out to Old Tuckahoe Road from St. Martin's, and it creates that small triangle at the Battersby Memorial. The recommendation is, because you have St. Martin's coming out there, then you have Stagecoach coming out at that acute angle, and then you have St. Martin, that there's just too many intersections there and conflicting traffic. I'd like to make a recommendation to the county that that they vacate or close that portion of Stagecoach. Maybe we can extend the Battersby Memorial Park and create more landscaping and park area there to close it to vehicular traffic. So Stagecoach would have to make a left to go out to the intersection of St. Martin with Old Tuckahoe Road, which would make a much more safer intersection, both for vehicular traffic and the pedestrians that are trying to cross for the school at the next street. So if you're okay, I'd like authorization to make that request to the county.
Any discussion? You looking for direction, Paul?
I'm just looking for direction, and
Okay.
if that's something that
Do you need a
No.
resolution, or?
If it's going to be a formal position of the township committee, yes. You don't need a formal resolution, but you need a motion and a second and a vote.
I'll move it.
Do I have a second?
So you're talking, coming out of St. Martin's, where you make the right on that little angle piece, closing that
actually
off?
you go straight. If
You would have to go straight.
Stagecoach, you
We would be
would go across
going-
St. Martin and out to Old Tuckahoe Road, but instead you would stop and just make that small little left and
Yeah.
go right up to Old
I
Tuckahoe.
just want to make sure that where we were, yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Does that have any effect on the fire company up there?
No.
No, because
No.
they're off of Old Tuckahoe, or Tuckahoe Road Extension, so they're not coming from that same, they're not using that direction. And if they were coming down from that section of Stagecoach, they'd make the turn, the same turn that we'd be suggesting to make. They'd make the left on St. Martin, and then they'd make a left on the Tuckahoe Road Extension back to the fire.
How about bus traffic? Does it affect the bus traffic at all coming in there?
No.
No.
Nothing with the school.
Could I also suggest, Paul, that you do a walkway there, though, from St. Martin's,
Yes.
so that the people can.
Yes, I mean, there already is
Travelers.
sidewalk there, so the sidewalk would remain.
Yeah, oh,
And
okay.
that's one reason why, the request, we probably wouldn't request to vacate it, just to request to close the paved portion of it.
Yeah.
And, but that way, the pedestrian traffic could still, continue that direction.
Okay.
Before you vote, I have a question, and maybe you stated this, Paul, and I didn't catch it. Is the school district aware of these suggested changes, and do they concur?
Yes.
I'll give you a second.
Barb?
Okay. Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried with 4 in favor.
And again, Jeff, congratulations. It's been great working with you here at the local level. And I guess I'll have something to call you about a request coming up soon for Stagecoach Road when you.
Hey, maybe you should abstain.
We name it after Jeff, Pearson Dead End.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Barb?
I don't have anything this evening other than to just echo everyone else's comments. Jeff, it's been great working with you,
Same
and
here,
wish you well at the county. We're going to miss you, though.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's it.
John?
Jeff, again, to echo everybody else's sentiments, congratulations on your win. I think it's going to be a loss for the township, but a very tremendous gain for the county. And best of luck in your new endeavor.
Thank you.
Also, I'd like to recognize a business in the township who actually went out of their way to approach some of the township committee members, the engineering department, and made a donation of material and services. The name of the company is SEAL Team. It's owned by a gentleman by the name of John DeSalvo. They do driveway sealing, asphalt repair. And he and one of his suppliers by the name of Nyla Industries donated the material and the labor to recoat the parking lot in Caldwell Park. The parking lot was getting a little bit old, it was cracked, it was kind of shabby looking, and I guess he was over there for what, 2 or 3 days doing the work?
Yeah. There was a total of 77,000 square feet,
Wow.
so
And if,
substantial.
if you haven't been to the park, take a look at it, it looks great. He came to us and he said, I take my kids over to that park almost every day, and he said, I just look at it as something that maybe I can kind of give back to the township, because the township's been good to me. So I wanted to publicly thank him for his donations and for his efforts. And that was it.
Thank you, Jeff.
I'd like to follow up on Mr. DeSalvo, since John brought it up. He contacted me. He also has somebody that may be willing to put all the lines in for free. So if we can get that, that would be phenomenal too. He's also sent me a message requesting information on any other areas that may need to be seal coated in the township. With Paul, I just discussed a little bit, and we talked maybe the community center is well overdue, so we'll contact him and see about that. And this is substantial savings to the township. So myself, I would like to see us do a resolution thanking Mr. DeSalvo for what he's done and all to do from this point. So,
Good, yeah.
very nice job down there.
Should we
Jeff?
take that in the form of a motion?
Yeah, motion that we do a resolution honoring John DeSalvo. And
I'll
so forth.
second it.
Okay.
Barb?
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Jeffrey, not much I can say, except for you just made me the old man of the counter up here. It's been a pleasure.
Same
We
here.
knew each other, but we got to really know each other sitting up here together for the last 2 years, and it's been a joy. Your support, the way you mentored me in certain situations when I needed it, it's greatly appreciated. And you become family.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize with the committee we have right now. We all seem to get along extremely well
Yeah.
and speak our mind, but we don't lose the fact of who we are and where we've come from. We're losing Jeff, but I think in the long run, we're going to gain a lot because we're going to have a very good voice representing Upper Township on the board of Pearson Freeholders now. So we're going to gain a lot in that area. So Jeff, again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For everything you've done. My list is a little more extensive. We've got a lot going on. This past Sunday, we had our Fall Fest finally after canceling it twice because of rain. Went up with quite a success. All of our vendors did very well. Our food vendors sold out. We had a band come in, the Mike Bryan Band, who did an exceptional job. I'd like to thank all the sponsors that we've had out there, Cape Regional, Busted Knuckle, More Mini Storage. They seem to be our main supporters on everything we do out there. And also I'd like to commend the township workers, Paul, that came in and worked. They did a great job keeping the place cleaned up. They stayed and took everything apart and finished it. So for the Monday morning, we didn't have to do anything at all. They did a great job. Also, I'd like to thank my right-hand person on this, and that's Shauna Mulford from Ledge Party Painters, who helped put all this together. And without her, I'm not sure we would even be having these functions right now. She does a heck of a lot of work, and especially with the two rainouts, she redid everything 3 times. So, you know, I commend Shauna and also Barb in her clerk's office for a lot of work that they put in, fielding phone calls, taking care of vendors, and it's a good community effort. We do need more people to come out and volunteer to help put these things together if we're going to continue doing them. We did have an issue on Saturday at Manges Field again with quads. They were racing across the soccer fields and the baseball field. I got a phone call on it, and we called the state police. They dispatched 2 vehicles, and I think they got 5 of them. Now, I'm not sure what they did with them, but I know that they stopped them. Hopefully they sent a real nasty message with it. It has generated talks that I think we need to look at what we can do to help them out with these quads, especially if it's a second offense, whether we can have the right to impound those quads.
They should have cited them if they caught them.
I don't know what they did. I haven't talked to them,
We
Dan.
gotta check into it. They should have cited them. There's restitution. We've had it before.
Yeah.
There's been restitution ordered by the municipal court based on whatever they were cited for.
Okay.
So we'd have to see. Someone should check to see with the state police whether they cited them.
And, yeah, the soccer program is always out there, and they're really keeping their eyes open for this, and they're the ones making the phone calls, so it's kind of nice to have some eyes out there. I just want to say, too, I forgot the last meeting, but I did attend as a volunteer bagger at ShopRite a couple weeks ago. And, you know, great program they had down there for the food drive and food for the needy, and I enjoyed the day, and it was good. No tomatoes or eggs thrown at me, so we did all right. You know, it was good. Trunk or treat will be tomorrow night, correct, Jay? From 6 to 8 out of Mandes Field. And anything you want to add to that, or?
No, just anybody who wants to come out trick or treat there, or I think 14 vehicles registered. You know, they're giving out candies.
Okay, great. We already did the seal coat, and that's all I have.
Thank you.
I think, anyway.
General Pearson.
Just a couple quick things. I had a Facebook pop up today, and it was kind of, I don't want to use the words that were used in the Facebook, but it was in the area of Randolph Road. I don't know if anybody else saw that Facebook pop up, but in that area of Randolph Road, the people were taking a detour down Randolph from Route 9 and obviously the other way, and they're coming out to where you get off the Garden State Parkway and then trying to get into Ocean City to cut off all the traffic, because the traffic in the morning is a nightmare. And they also do the same thing on the way home at night. And the concern is that they're really racing through there. So I think we probably want to alert Lieutenant Pearson, but also maybe some speed humps on Randolph to slow these people down. I don't know. There's only one stop sign, I think, if I remember right, on Randolph. But maybe we ought to look into that. And with the buses, the traffic with the buses in the morning and the bridge going into Ocean City, backing this traffic up, it was backed up all the way past Godfrey's funeral home this morning. And that's how bad it was. And so I urge, again, I said this at the last meeting, I urge the people to find other routes. And I know it's tough to get to work, but you may have to look at other routes or leave earlier or make a deal with your boss to come in later. But it's going to be a nightmare out there this whole winter. And I'm sorry for that, but that's the way it's going to be.
Actually, Jeff, That's going to be almost a 2-year project.
Is it 2 years? Yeah, well, but there's a break in the winter or the summer.
It's the winter time.
Yeah, there's a break in the summer, and then it comes back next year.
It's going to be
Yeah.
this winter and next winter.
Yeah. Having said that, the other thing I'd like to do is I'd like to read into the record my resignation. This is to Mayor Palumbo, the committee, Upper Township Committee. Subject is resignation. Dear Mayor Palumbo and committee, as you are well aware, I've been selected as the Cape May County GOP to fill the seat of Chris Gabor on the Cape May County Freeholders Board starting 25 October 2016. It is with mixed feelings that I tender my resignation as a Township Committeeman effective at the conclusion of the regular Township meeting on 24 October 2016. I'm excited to move on to a higher position and continue to support from the county level for this great township and the entire county. But at the same time, I am saddened that I have to lead the superb committee and the many township employees that I have had the chance to meet up close and personal over these last 2 years. Over the past 2 years, this committee has come together to provide more cost-efficient quality operations to the people of Upper Township. We have worked hard, played hard, and got the job done without bickering, pointing fingers, and threats. You are all commended for your dedications, diligence, and continuity. To the mayor, you've provided outstanding guidance and counsel to all committee. Your longevity and expertise is second to none, and you have been a friend to all of us. To Township Council, the clerk, the engineer, the treasurer, you have kept us focused, well-informed, remain confidential, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. From the day I joined the board until now, it has been an absolute pleasure working with you. To the employees of all my departments and Township Halls, as a committeeman, I thank you for your support, friendship, and dedication to do a first-class job for the Township. To the citizens of Upper Township, thank you for electing me as a committeeman. I've had the opportunity to get out and about and meet more of you personally, either trying to help or solve an issue or even in a social setting. Thank you for your support, and next year I hope that you support me for election for the Freeholder Board for a 3-year term starting 2018. To the Upper Township Business Association, Tuckahoe Business Association, Strathmere Proven Association, and Historical Preservation Society, it has been a pleasure meeting with many of you, and you all play such a valuable part in the growth, well-being, and heritage of the township. Keep informed and keep in contact with the committee members so that cooperation from all sides will ensure continued success to the township. Finally, for the first responder organizations and the Upper Township Chiefs Association of Upper Township, I thank you for your dedication and willingness to drop what you are doing or get out of bed at all hours of the night to respond to emergencies in the township. I have been personally involved with most of you since 1980 when I joined the Marmora Volunteer Fire Company. Over the years, each organization has vastly improved with leadership, training, facilities, vehicles, and equipment. The teamwork, cooperation, and dedication are second to none. Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This also includes the invaluable protection and response from the New Jersey State Police and their willingness to participate and cooperate in township events and emergencies. I hope I did not miss a group. This is heartfelt. I do not want to insult anyone. I'm not moving out, but I'm moving up. And I will be your voice at county level. Again, thank you all for your support. God bless you all, and God bless America.
The man's never at a loss for words, I'll tell you.
Sorry about that. Choke. Sentimentalist.
That's right.
Yeah. That's it.
Anything else, sir?
That's it.
Okay. Again, congratulations, Jeff. Just not to keep rehashing everything that everybody else has said, but you know, we do have a special relationship with our county freeholders, a strong relationship, and with Jeff going down there and on our team, it's going to be even stronger. And I would imagine from his work that he's done here in our township, we can expect the same throughout the entire county. So they got a good man on their team, and everybody in our county ought to be happy that you're going to be representing all of us.
Thank you.
Just one thing to report. The New Jersey State Police, our trooper barracks, is going to be having a food drive to benefit the victims of domestic violence. And it will be donations will be collected from October 1st through October 31st and will be distributed to local domestic violence shelters during the month of November to assist with Thanksgiving efforts. So if you can, Barb, we'll put this on our webpage, and everybody can see where the donations will be made. And by all means, it's a good cause. As a police officer, I spent many a day in the police academy training officers in the handling of domestic violence situations. It's a tough thing in our society to have to deal with, and of course, when there is a domestic violence situation and we have a victim who needs protection or somewhere to go and assistance, these are the type of programs that are going to help to support. So I urge everybody to give it their close attention and to help them out with some support, okay? So with no further ado, we'll head into the resolutions, Barb.
Okay. Item number 2, congratulating employee Richard McCauley of the Upper Township Public Works Department for his winning entry in the Upper Township Safety Award Program for the fourth quarter of 2016.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Barb?
This has been multiple times for Rich, hasn't it?
It's the second time.
Second time.
Okay.
And this, he reported a dead tree that was hanging over the child's playground at Amanda's Field,
Okay.
which created a safety hazard there.
It's probably from that blacktop they just put in there.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 3, authorizing the mayor and township clerk to sign a contract with Quality Asset Recovery for collection services for emergency medical accounts.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Barb?
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 4, certification of costs for abatement of nuisance on Block 455, Lot 33.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Barb?
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 5, certification of costs for abatement of nuisance on Block 653.01, Lot 4.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Barb?
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 6, authorizing participation in the Cape May County Cooperative Pricing Program for county contracts. Number 16-231 is the primary and 16-232 is the secondary to furnish and deliver rock salt.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Barb?
Should I abstain?
Well,
Probably should. I was joking on the other one, but any county business should abstain this one.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Abstain.
Abstains. Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried with 3 in favor. Item number 7, authorizing the purchase of a trailer-mounted vacuum debris collector in the amount of $42,367 through the National Joint Powers Alliance cooperative contract with funds from the 2016 Capital Improvement Bond Ordinance.
Paul, is this the 25-yard?
Yes.
Okay. Move the resolution.
Second.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 8, authorizing the execution of an NJTWA 1 application statement of consent form regarding 117 Taylor Avenue, Upper Township, Block 758, Lot 12.
Move to authorize.
Second.
Barb?
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried, 4 in favor. Item number 9, under ordinances, this is the public hearing. Public hearing and final adoption of ordinance number 12, 2016, an ordinance vacating a portion of First Avenue south of Bay Air Road within the Township of Upper, County of Cape May, and the State of New Jersey. And again, this is a public hearing.
This time we open up to the public. Anybody have any comments? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Barb?
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 10, under new business, Tom and Laurie Jones request a no passing zone along Route 50 in the vicinity of 211 Route 50.
So they're looking for us to send a letter to the state requesting the no passing zone?
That
And-
would be the approach you would take. We've done that before. I think we did it,
We did it over Route 49
Yeah.
in Marshallville.
The only thing I would question is to make sure from an engineering standpoint that Paul has looked at it and the area that they're requesting is not too isolated in terms of maybe it should be a larger request and that it makes sense.
Well, for resolution, we'll have to give them a beginning mile point and an end mile point. So I'll go take a look at the final
Yeah.
limit.
They were thinking of a letter rather than a resolution. And if they move it now, we need to have feedback as to.
Yeah, it's going to be from the curve,
Area should be.
Frontier Campground to the curve
Yeah, I don't know.
prior to the Wawa, so.
So maybe we should look at it and come back with our information.
Okay, can I make a motion
The
to,
zone is really from, I guess it's the curve just before the Cedar Swamp Creek Bridge on the
Yes.
south side up to the curve, between right there past the power line before you get to Fox Hollow, that curve there.
Right, right.
I mean, that's enough. I can get the mile points,
Yeah.
from that area.
Yeah,
That's what would be appropriate for an passing zone in that area.
In that area, that's the limits of that entire,
And do you recommend it? Does that make sense?
I mean, I don't know.
We have to ask them.
I don't know if the DOT's gonna,
Well, I understand they may not, but do you? from an
if you're gonna do
engineering
it,
standpoint, is there any detriment?
well, it's just slowing down, you're just gonna slow down traffic.
No, there is a major safety issue there because all the driveways there are blind and we're all pulling. I live right there too, so I'm not sure how much I should speak on this, but seems to me a lot of the accidents there are created when somebody's pulling out and somebody's passing. Very similar to this road along here. And
Well, the DOT prefers resolutions, don't they?
Yes, they do.
So we should probably bring this back to the next meeting for resolution if you want to go forward with it.
yeah,
Okay, sounds like a
could
plan.
we make a motion to direct the engineer to go out and give us a little bit more detail in the form of a resolution, so that we'll have a little bit more of a,
Prior to preparation of the
prior to
resolution.
preparation, so we'll have a little bit more of a picture of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a
Give you a map.
Small
give you a
drawing.
map of the-
yeah.
I'll second your comment, John.
The state road, so you're allowed.
Is that a motion to?
That was a motion.
That was a motion, and I second.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Motion to pay the bills?
I hereby move that all claims submitted for payment at this meeting be approved and then incorporated into the full minutes of this meeting.
Second.
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
And we have the report of municipal departments, the tax assessor's office, and on our website, there are also any other postings. And we are right now going to open up to public comment.
Okay. Are you going to, would you like to accept?
Oh, excuse me,
the report?
I'm sorry. The reports, acceptance of the reports.
Motion
Your
to
motion.
accept.
Second.
Okay, Barb?
Mr. Coggins?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Barb. And at this time, we'll open up to public comment. Anyone want to approach the mic? It's your turn. It's your time. State your name, your address. Okay. Not seeing anybody want to step up to the mic right now. No, Jeff, we already heard from you. Okay, John, can I, statement for closed session, please?
I hereby move that a resolution be incorporated into the minutes authorizing the Township Committee to enter into an executive session for the following matters pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act. Matters involve personnel. I also include in my motion the estimated time and the circumstances under which the discussion conducted in closed session can be disclosed to the public as follows. It is anticipated that the matters discussed in closed session may be disclosed to the public upon the determination of the Township Committee that the public interest will no longer be served by such confidentiality. With respect to employment and personnel matters, such discussions will be made public if and when formal action is taken or when the individuals involved consent that it can be made public.
Second? Barb?
Mr. Hogan?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Thank you.